everyone, it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I wanted to come on and do a quick card share. Yes, I know it's a little bit early for Halloween, but I have been dying to color up this cute little image from CC Designs. It's called Monster Eli, and I wanted to try a heat embossed resist technique that I learned recently at MFT's Camp Create's latest series. Plus, I've been wanting to get back into some Halloween projects and use some of the great Diemond dies, Halloween dies. This is from the Flying Bats die set, and I use the cross-stitch square nesting die set for the inside. I like really doing some finishing touches on the insides of cards, and I thought adding a couple of the bats and adding a square panel offset would be kind of fun and interesting. I use the offcut here for the bottom, and I really like how that inside came out. For the front, I just colored up this little cutie patootie with my Copic markers. I stamped him out originally in MFT's hybrid ink. It's black licorice is the color, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to have him colored more softly like this, like on the face card, or if I wanted to use Copic markers. And that hybrid ink works great for watercolors or for Copic or alcohol markers. So I ended up coloring him up with Copic markers, fussy cut him out, and then I really liked how he looks like he's popping off the card even more because I glued down the lower part of him and I put him askew, off to the side as if he's jumping out. And then up here, I graded the double-sided foam adhesive. I used the regular 3M, kind of thinner double-sided foam adhesive. And then at the top, I used really thick foam adhesive. So in person, it really looks like he's jumping out toward you. And then for the bats, what I did was where the bats are kind of coming off of the card, I triple cut the bats. So I layered two together to give them some strength. And then I layered a third one and lifted up the wings so there would be a more dimension and it would look like the bats were flying off of the card. And to give those bats some extra sparkle, I used a clear wink of Stella over the top of the bats. And I think that shimmer and sparkle adds a nice kind of magical look to the bats. And I hope you guys enjoy the process video of how I created this background. Thanks for watching. So I'm going to do a quick card process video for you guys. This is going to be a Halloween card, and I'm going to try an embossing resist technique. And I'm using 3 of the little cute sentiment stamps from this Studio G clear stamp set. I have not used these yet, so they're brand new. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just run my hand over the stamps since they're clear stamps and they've never been used. And hopefully that will help the embossing ink work a little better. I think the oils from your hand can help with that. Now I'm using my EK powder tool to eliminate the static. And I've positioned these stamps to kind of fit in a triangle here because I'm planning on using a little image right there. Using Versamark ink. I'm going to ink these up well. And I'm going to try to make sure that the stamps have good contact with the cardstock. Set that aside for cleaning. I'm using a coffee filter and some white embossing powder. I'm going to liberally sprinkle on the embossing powder and then tap off the excess, making sure all of the excess powder is captured in that coffee filter so that I can recapture all of that for use later. Now first I heat up my heat tool and then I heat the cardstock with the stamps sentiments on the back as well as the front so that there's less warping than if I just approached it from one side. And you can kind of make out where I've stamped there. And now I'm going to pick some Halloween colors. I'm going to start with the lightest shade first. I'm using Spiced Marmalade for a nice orangey look, and I'm blending it from the outside or off of the cardstock and then toward the center. My next color is Wilted Violet, and I just want to make sure that the orange and purple don't make brown. So I'm blending them together, but I'm not overlapping a ton of the Wilted Violet. Next, I am using Black Soot, and I'm using that off to one side, kind of behind where I think the little image is going to be. And I'm repeating the wilted violet as well as the spiced marmalade, just so that I have some repeated colors in the background. And now I'm just going to take a little tissue and wipe off any of the ink that's just sitting on top of the slick embossed areas. The ween part of the Happy Halloween sentiment there didn't come out cleanly. I think there was too much embossing ink, but I think I can just cut that part off without hurting the design of the card too much. And otherwise, I think that background came out nicely. So to finish off this background, I edged both sides of this panel with some scrap paper. This was actually part of the Graphic 45 Le Cirque collection, and I just was amazed that it matched so perfectly with the spiced marmalade that I had blended onto this panel. And I was able to trim off this panel and eliminate the kind of mushed up area of the Happy Halloween sentiment. And I think it came out really cute. And the orange dots seem to match the dots on Monster Eli's costume as well. I hope you enjoyed that process video. If you guys are going to be making a purchase at Diamond Dies, please consider using the coupon code ThanksChristina for 10% off and free worldwide shipping on all orders of $35 or more. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a wonderful crafty day.